to St. Luke, the 8th chapter.
Glory to you, O Lord.
Then Jesus and his disciples arrived at the country of the Gerasenes, which is opposite Galilee. As he stepped out on land, a man of the city who had demons met him. For a long time he had worn no clothes and did not live in a house but in the tombs. When he saw Jesus, he fell down before him and shouted at the top of his voice, "What have you to do with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High? I beg you, do not torment me." For Jesus had commanded the unclean spirit to come out of the man. For many times it had seized him. He was kept under guard and bound with chains and shackles, but he would break the bonds and be driven by the demon into the wilds. Jesus then asked him, "What is your name?" He said, "Legion," for many demons had entered him. They begged him not to order them to go back into the abyss. Now there on the hillside a large herd of swine was feeding, and the demons begged Jesus to let them enter these. So he gave them permission. Then the demons came out of the man and entered the swine, and the herd rushed down the steep bank into the lake and was drowned. When the swineherd saw what had happened, they ran off and told in the city and in the country. Then people came out to see what had happened, and when they came to Jesus, they found the man from whom the demons had gone sitting at the feet of Jesus, clothed and in his right mind, and they were afraid. Those who had seen it told them how the one who had been possessed by demons had been healed. Then all the people of the surrounding country of the Gerasenes asked Jesus to leave them, for they were seized with great fear. So he got into the boat and returned. The man from whom the demons had gone begged that he might be with him. But Jesus sent him away, saying, "Return to your home and declare how much God has done for you." So he went away, proclaiming throughout the city how much Jesus had done for him. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, O Christ.
Greetings to you. Greetings on this day that the Lord has made, a day for us to rejoice and be glad. Grace to you and peace from God our Father and from his Son, our Lord Jesus Christ. When they came to Jesus, they found the man from whom the demons had gone sitting at the feet of Jesus, clothed and in his right mind. And they were afraid. Did you hear the reversal of normalcy in those words? These people from the city, these same people who would venture out into the tombs, confront a man wild with demon possession, lay their hands on him, and bring him back into their midst. These same brave people looked upon the used-to-be demon-possessed man, sitting calmly like a student at Jesus' feet, sitting there clothed and in his right mind. They looked, and they were afraid. In their fear, they asked Jesus to leave them. The truth can do that, you know. The very rightness of that ex-demoniac and Jesus peacefully conversing revealed the very wrongness of the Gerasenes' previous behavior, and they could not withstand the condemnation that came with such exposure. "Get away from us, Jesus." Let's take a look at that previous behavior of the Gerasenes and the demoniac. First off, we need to recognize the people of the city and the demon-possessed man existed in one community. The demoniac realized in the midst of being possessed that he was a person completely defiled and irredeemable. Under the punishment system in place in his culture, he would be hunted down, stoned, and put to death. For their part, the city folk did not want to stone this man to death. They insist that he be part of their community. They want to demonstrate how much they love him by insisting that he remain with him. They insist so strongly that they bind him in chains and put him under guard. But the demoniac cannot trust their good intentions. He knows he's guilty. He knows he deserves death. So he breaks the chains which bind him in their midst and runs off to punish himself, dashing himself against the stones and living as he ought amongst the dead. This cycle of, yes, yes, we love you, no, no, you can't, was repeated over and over and over in the community. This love story, coercive as it was, had become the community's normal way of life until it was exposed. The truth can do that, you know. The very rightness of that ex-demoniac and Jesus peacefully conversing revealed the very wrongness of the Gerasenes' love of the demoniac, and they could not withstand the condemnation that came with such exposure. Get away from us, Jesus. Ole and Lena were having a little family reunion. 3 of the granddaughters, cute and giggly, came up and asked to sing them a song. Yeah, sure, you betcha, said Lena. Let's hear what you got. So these bright and bubbly little girls started singing a song they'd learned especially for Grandpa and Grandma. It began, "Oh, lutefisk, oh, lutefisk," and continued on for many, many verses. When they finished, those sweet children with their shiny eyes gathered around Ole and Lena, giving them big hugs, saying, "It was because we loved you that we sang you that song." To which Lena replied, "And because I loved you, I listened."